Hey, welcome back. We have a pen here, and I just covered my knife with something right before I did this. Could have gone in my other pocket for my carry knife, but oh well. This is in from the Right Choice Paint Company. The Right Choice Paint Company, TRCPC. And this is their titanium bolt pen. I have looked at a milled version of this in the past, but I don't think I've ever had a chance to look at their more basic milled pen. I'm sorry, not milled pen, but bolt pen. And I really wanted to get one in hand because I think this is kind of right up my alley. Very minimalist grip lines, which just work. Sorry, my hands are a little jacked up because I've been working on a project in the house, replacing a door. And one of the things I also realized was, there are a few actually. One, I haven't tried changing up the spring on this. And I remember it being okay, but wanting for maybe a little bit of a lighter action. So let's throw a slightly different spring. This pen is only $50 for a titanium, kind of quality pen. I'm kind of curious, is that pocket clip titanium, or it feels like that might be steel? Okay, maybe steel. It's very lightly magnetic. That's kind of weird. But anyways, let's go over here. I've got a nice light spring that I like using on some of my other pens. It's about the same size. Let's throw that in there, see what we think, see if it makes a big difference or not. I could also downsize a little bit, but it might get more rattly. Zero rattle. Oh, a little bit, but you have to really, really shake it. Okay, that one doesn't cycle, so let's try a different one. Let's just see. I could go a few different directions here. Let's just try going up in skinniness. I wonder why that one didn't cycle. Maybe too many threads for the bolt path or something, but we'll try first just going up, and then we'll go over to the left, and then we should find something that cycles here. It is a G2, so these thinner ones are going to probably get folded up a little more. So I might want to go to this one next and then to that one if this doesn't work. Okay, also does not cycle. Always interesting to me. I have no idea technically. I mean, I can imagine, but I really don't know what characteristics make something cycle or not. But we're just going to go straight over here because it is a G2, I realize. Let's go boom right there and see if that works. Did I just mess that up? I got to make sure that stays on there. Otherwise it might just be purely user error as usual on this channel. My MO. Very nice. Okay, so now we've got one that cycles. That one's probably even a little light, but if you like the current version of the confounded machine, now we're getting, it's not quite as smooth, but we're in that kind of light range. I'd probably take a little more pressure, so let's try and go one longer and see if it works. So we're going to go up, and these are the Ruby Bappa 15 size set. It's $8.99 on Amazon. I'll link it in the description here. Make sure I got one that was longer. Sometimes they get mixed up. I'll link it in the description in case you decide to get this pen and you want to try and use the spring that I'm using. Make sure that that's very easy for you to do. Oh yeah, that's the sweet spot. Okay. Almost no rattle. You have to really go out of your way to get any rattle. So it's actually maybe even better. I don't know about than the original, but okay. Yes, this feels very good. And it's a J bolt, which means you get a lot of room on the bolt to move that around. The problem with the L bolt is you lose about 30 degrees, 40 degrees of the pen that you could technically use for moving the pen around in your hand. So let's write with it. Let's see how a tip wiggle is and that kind of stuff, and we'll go from there. You didn't work. Oh, you don't belong in there anyways. Boom. And there we go. All right, bring out the mighty pad here. Whoops, just dropped the original one. see what we think. All right, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the Right Choice Paint Company bolt pen, G2 Pilot size, Pilot G2 technically, titanium. I think this pen would probably feel even better in like a brass. Like I'd love to handle a brass version of their pen. But if you are on a budget, this might be the best option that's out there. I mean, it's just a really good size. It feels like it's a 3/8, a 0.375. It's very similar. It might be a little smaller, 0.37 or 0.36. Feels maybe just a touch smaller than my Smooth Precision pens. It's pretty close. But in terms of like, if you're on a budget, it is very hard to beat this pen. This is just really good. Let's see how this all works. So you could probably buy noses and stuff. I've seen on their website. Their one thing I'll say is their website kind of sucks. It is hard to figure out what the heck you can and cannot buy on there. Curious if I can. Oh, that thing is really tightened on there. It's kind of like tactile turn tight. Tactile turn, I had to freaking use this. Yeah, I don't think I can get that off. I wonder if what the reason is that they would put that on there that tight. The bolt is okay. Really not too much to complain about, but also not too much to write home about. It's a little flat. I prefer a slightly rounder edge on the top. Like if you were to flip that upside down, that'd be about the perfect bolt for me. But it's fine. Not going to complain about that. It's a nice short bolt path. One of the things that I'm going to do a bake-off soon on budget pens. One of my favorite budget pens has this massive bolt path, and it kind of gets in the way when you're trying to just use it. So yeah, in terms of like budget bolt pen, made in USA, by the way. Let's see, this came in from Tucson, Arizona. So made in USA. It's pretty hard to beat this. I did say in my last video, and I'll say it again, it doesn't feel as expensive in quality as a Smooth Precision pens or a Magnus. These just feel like nicer pens to me. Like the titanium is thicker. It's almost like they need to make the body a little thicker and the bolt a little narrower. And I think this could be a really, really nice pen. Let's measure it up for you. This again is the G2 version. I'm assuming it's just a different nose for a Parker, so you could probably buy this platform and then just buy different noses if you wanted to use different refills, which is really nice. It's very similar size to the Smooth Precision pens, coming in at 5.25 inches or so. And I'm going to guess on the weight we're at about 0.8, if I had to guess. 0.85, 0.86. Got a little experience with pens in hands. It's almost the exact same weight as my favorite pen, so I could really tell. What's the Bolty tipping the scale at right now? 0.955. It's gone up a little bit. Let me pull out a Bolty V2. I know this is not the purpose of this video, but if you made it this far, you deserve this. Because you're probably not going to see this anywhere else. Here's a Bolty V2. Yes, Bolty V2. 0.86. Pretty crazy, right? I do have a type. Those are all pretty much the same weight. This is a little heavier, but not in a bad way. It feels quality. This is the Bolty V3. So I'm a big bolt pen guy. Like I really, really like bolt pens. My very first bolt pen was the tactile turn. I'm sure it's somewhere in my drawer here, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to grab it super easily to compare. But it didn't make me want to collect pens. I got into these guys, and specifically, I got into their zirconium versions. The mini zirconium Smooth Precision pen I happen to have handy right here is the pen that got me into bolt pens. It is so smooth and feels so quality in hand. And yet, for a $300 pen versus a $50 pen, is it 6 times better? No, I can't tell you that it is. Do I like it 6 times more? Maybe. right? The way we like things is emotional. It's not always practical. So from an emotional perspective, I kind of love that pen because the way it feels in hand and stuff. And this does feel good. It feels very functional. No problem. This is one of the best functional budget pens that I've ever handled. Bar none. No question. So I'll be doing a top 5 or 10 budget pens video here. We'll stay under $100 and see how things do. And this will definitely be in that bake-off because this is very impressive. It really packs a punch for what it is. And, you know, some college students and stuff are watching my videos. This might be a really good fit for someone that is on a budget. Then later on, you could always throw a fancy Damascus nose on it or something like that, or a zirconium nose. I got a feeling that this pen in zirconium feels amazing. So I don't know if anyone has one or wants to sell one, but if that exists, which I think it does, I'd be very interested to feel that, because this wall is so thin that I just think a little bit of a heavier metal like a brass, bronze, or zirconium would feel really good. You can just see how thin that is there. So I wonder, you know, if they could change that design. That would be really interesting to see if they'd be open to adjusting that. And then also, I think this spring really makes this pen feel a little better. Just some people like a really heavy spring. I like the spring to feel natural. Like if it doesn't need it to spring back, then it shouldn't be that heavy. Like it should be a balance. And I don't think a lot of pens come with a balanced spring. I think they come with springs that are preferential. Maybe this is preferential to me, but that's why for $8, I can modify all my pens to my liking. I do make sure and mark all my springs so that I can put the originals back in if I ever go to sell them, by the way. Be a good citizen of the community and make sure you're not, you know, modifying pens without telling people when you're selling them. But yeah, really cool. I'm excited to get another one of these back in hand. Again, I really like this non-milled version. It doesn't look as cool as their milled versions, but it feels better in hand to me. Just like this is a pen I would not mind writing with. I'm in a meeting. I'm totally happy writing with this. So very cool. That's all for now. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.